everyone, it's me Lina again. Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you a lot for checking my videos out. I'm so glad to see you and I'm so excited to make another makeup video for you. It's gonna be like teaching you Ukrainian and doing my makeup at the same time, and I'm gonna include the words that are not just related to makeup. I'm gonna try as much as I can, and obviously to properly learn language you need to study it, you know, maybe with an app or a book better. But yeah, I'm gonna try to give you some words, and maybe next time we can do sentences and some phrases, so it will be better. And also I'm gonna tell you some stories and some life updates because I have quite a few. And yeah, so let's just start. So I'll be starting doing my makeup. I already prepared my skin. I also actually used my moisturizer from Emryolis. I also use this Ritual sunscreen and my eye cream from Clinique. I actually didn't use toner today, and I did it intentionally as I noticed sometimes I apply too much and my skin is just, I don't know, I just tend to over apply it. But I really like my toner, my current one, this Bayot one. It's really good. So yeah, I started using new moisturizers. Those moisturizers are from Dr. G brand and they're really nice. One of them is like a soothing one and another one is a moisturizing one, but to be fair, both of them moisturize skin very well. So also I have a discount code for you from Yes Style. So it's a site where you can buy different Korean skincare products and other things, makeup products too and stuff like that. And I have 5% off, like 5% extra off, because they have discounts a lot. And I'll be happy if you use my discount code. I mean, yeah, it's good for both of us, I feel like. So yeah, just letting you know. Actually, this is the way this cream looks like. It's very pleasant, the texture is very nice and it feels great on my skin, really. And then there is this one too. It is Clear Moisture Cream. The texture looks quite similar. It actually seems a bit thinner in some way. So I decided, basically, I think I need to sit a bit further. I decided that I'm mostly gonna do my makeup. I'll be sharing some of my stories with you. So here are my makeup products, some of them at least, and also my brushes. I really like that you can close it and you know, the dust won't fall on my brushes, because to be fair, in this room I have lots of dust all the time. I notice I wipe the dust and then the next day there is dust again. I also will be using my those beauty blenders, well, not beauty blenders, those sponges. They're from Isoclean brand. I'll be using this Herborian BB cream. So how I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna talk just about things that I want to talk about, and also I figured that I should teach you some Ukrainian again, because I remember I made this type of tutorial, makeup tutorial, where I was translating some words in Ukrainian, and I thought that video did well, and I also feel like it's something curious. So let's just, you know, I'm gonna say that cream in Ukrainian will be creme. Yeah, and BB cream, I mean, it's like BB cream, you know. So yeah, also we have this word for foundation, which is a foundation I'm not using today, and it's like tonalny creme, or it can be tonalny fluid, you know, if it's like different type of texture. But also I figured I'll be telling you stories. I feel like you like my stories. Oh well, I'm not sure you do. Anyways, recently I've been thinking about something that happened to me, and I just remembered that something similar to me happened when I was a child, and I'd like to tell you about it. So when I was a child, I would sometimes talk in my sleep, you know. And when I was like, I don't know, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 4 even, I actually slept sometimes with my parents, like on the same bed, right? Like in the middle. And so I was sleeping, and I would tend to talk sometimes in my sleep. And that night I was talking about something that is like bag. So I was talking about the bag, and I was like, oh, such a pretty bag, such a beautiful bag, you know, stuff like that. So the next morning, my dad had to go like early in the morning and buy me the bag I was talking about. I don't know how they figured which bag I was talking about. Maybe I mentioned it like not in my sleep also, that someone had it or something like that, because you know, back then everyone had similar things, so it was something popular, something that is popular with other kids, right? So I had to buy me that bag. And something similar happened to me recently. So I don't talk in my sleep anymore, really. But recently, maybe a week ago, I was sleeping. I was half asleep, I'd say. And my husband obviously was there. And I started speaking, and I started saying this one word, and I went like combinaison, combinaison, combinaison. And my husband asks me, but I'm like half asleep, and he asks, is it English word? And I go like, yes, of course, or something like that. And obviously later it turned out that it's not English word, and it's actually very funny. Like I was just saying this word, and it means, I'm telling you what it means, don't worry. It means jumpsuit. And before that, I was kind of negotiating this collaboration with this brand. They specialize in like retro outfits, and among everything else, they had like combinaisons. And to be fair, they let me pick maybe 3 outfits. I hope they still come and everything, but later on I realized that they didn't let me pick from like the main. It's difficult to explain actually. So back when they just contacted me, I went through their site, and there was combinaisons, which I mean jumpsuits, and I guess I wanted it so badly. I was so excited about it. I don't know, it sounds a little shallow, but I feel like it's good that small things like that can make me this happy. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a good thing from one side, really. That they have such a big influence on how I, you know, feel. Yeah. So, I guess I was excited about this jumpsuit. So I've been using this contouring stick. I'm thinking how we call it in Ukrainian, and I think it's like contouring in general, or yeah, something like that. Contouring. I start to forget Ukrainian a bit, and I feel like sometimes people think that I'm pretending, but I'm not. And I've been speaking to my family, and I sometimes forget, or I start to speak English. And also, I once talked to my cousin, and he said that because I said that I use sometimes bizarre words in Ukrainian, like very literature words that no one really uses them in everyday. I mean, they're not as common. It sounds a bit fake. I don't know how to. It sounds like in a movie or something. And he said, yeah, basically it becomes a bit unnatural. I was like, yeah, something like that. I sometimes avoid contouring my nose because I think it's difficult, honestly. So I'm gonna add a bit of this. I started using this Pixie one because I use this Huda Beauty one that I had as part of this one collaboration. This one is much brighter, and the color is just like different color, really. So I believe the blush in Ukrainian will be Rumyana. Yes, definitely, actually, Rumyana. And if you want to say that like someone has this blush on their cheeks, just natural, they can say Rumyanets. It's difficult. It's difficult because there is some, I don't know how it's in English called. there is a thing that makes one letter very soft intentionally, and yeah, it's curious kind of. I don't know what is the matter with everything, but everything seems very moist. Maybe it's maybe I like moist my sponges a bit too much. I'm not sure I like when it's too moist or there was something on my lip. Maybe it's a piece of croissant I've been eating. I removed it. It just, I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. So concealer in Ukrainian will be concealer. That's how I remember it. By the way, I always forget the name of this word, and obviously we have it from English, I guess. But I always forget the word, even in English. I don't know. I used to, at least. I couldn't remember concealer. I think it's because I used to not use concealer at all, by the way. Because I don't use it under my eyes, if you notice. It's because when I put some BB cream, it already covers enough. And I don't really have bad, like, dark circles or anything under my eyes. I do have it a bit bluish because I think it's only natural, really. But I don't have it, like, very badly there, so I don't feel like I need to do it when I'm already applying something else, when I already applied it. So sponge will be sponge in Ukrainian. Maybe I can tell you about stuff like eyebrows will be like browy, or you can say like very like a pet name, Brivki. Or also what eyelashes will be Vii. Also you can have it like a pet name, and it's no one really uses it. It's like Viki. I feel like I applied a bit too much eye cream today because it tend to separate a little bit, which is not good, but I mean I'm gonna try to just keep going. So you know, semi-recently at this fancy I said something kind of rude. I was really angry. And to be fair, it kind of was a little funny at the same time. But all in all, I'm not gonna talk about this, but I just want to say that once I wore this when I just bought my fancy mask. I wore it at home and I asked if it looks cool, my husband, and recently he said that it looks like alien, but because I don't know, I just brought it up again, what it looks like and so on. And previous time he said that I look like a fly, like a giant fly. I think it's funny. I don't know. Giant fly. It's funny. I'm actually using powder on my here, basically, and powder in Ukrainian will be pudra. The words I'm using are mostly the same as in previous video, but I don't know. What can I talk about? Like the phone in Ukrainian will be like telephone. So eyeshadows, and they will be, how was it called actually? Tini для повік, because повіки they are eyelids. It's eyelids. Actually, I'm gonna use it. Yeah. So I'm using this very light color. Okay, I'm using a lamp, so I'm gonna translate lamp for you too, and it's gonna be lampa. If it's regular, it depends on the kind of lamp, I guess. Like in English, I think that you all also call them sometimes not lamps, but like lights. I think it depends, right? What type of light it is and stuff. And because I have so many bags here, I'm gonna tell you how we call it. We call it like sumka, for example, if it's like the ones that you carry like on your shoulder, for example, or yeah. And if you want to say like pretty girl, you can say like красивая девчина. Yeah, I mean there are other words to say it, but just, you know, making conversation here. Wait, yeah, that is the right one. I think my makeup's gonna be very similar to what I normally do, but maybe I'm gonna add something little extra just to, you know, just for sake of making it different. I'm not wearing my lenses, and I'm like, I don't know, I didn't realize I ever will be so upset about not having lenses. I used to think that it's so unnatural, and even if they're see-through and just for vision, I thought, oh my god, it's so like, okay, I was very judgmental about it. I was like, it's not even like your own eye, something like that. I don't know where I have those strange sometimes opinions on things from, really, where do I get it from? I've always been like that, I think, but like, it's so bizarre. Now I can't be without those lenses. I want them so much. It just, everything seems so brighter when I'm wearing them. I can see everything clear even when it's far. And also my eyes don't water as much. They still water. I have very sensitive eyes. This is why my makeup looks like a mess very often. And it's just because my eyes are so sensitive. But I don't know. I'm not giving up on that makeup. I'm not planning to repair. So yeah. I'm trying to remember how we call those in Ukrainian. To be fair, I remember the words that is kind of used in more like in Russian, and I don't think it's the right proper word in Ukrainian, and I can't remember, I'll be honest. So if I remember the proper word, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not teaching you here like Russian, but yeah. So I would rather not, at least. So we have like a little mirror, and the mirror in Ukrainian it will be like дзеркало, or you can also say it like a pet name, and it's gonna be like дзеркальце, especially if it's small one, you know. You would say it because it's smaller. You would use this like pet name sometimes, maybe pet name. Would that be correct? Hope I'm not using some. Wait, I don't think I did this good here. Pencil in Ukrainian will be olivets. And eyes in Ukrainian will be очи. Lips, губы. Sounds kind of I think губы sounds now when I think of it, because I can kind of like think in different languages, or in English at least. I think it sounds a bit like, I don't know, strong, harsh. By the way, some of you might be glad to know that I applied for my visa extension. I didn't receive any, like, I received only confirmation that I received it, and my biometrics are like fingerprints and so on. Gosh, I didn't realize I'll have to use this machine all by myself, because the previous state was a bit different, even here when I did it. Oh, I always have problems with that. So this is gonna be подводка. It's like eyeliner, because подводить is like to make something highlight, maybe. I'm not sure. The length of them actually is not too bad of my wings, but I don't think they're even. I'm gonna try to just even them up a bit. Wings in Ukrainian is gonna be like стрелки. I also add a bit of here, but you need to be extra careful when you do this. I'm gonna be doing my eyebrow bow now. Under eyebrow. You probably noticed that I already applied something on eyebrows a bit. It just, you know, because, you know, I'm not gonna mention it again why. I just say it so many times that I feel like you hear it a lot, a bit too much. Basically, we want to celebrate the fact that my husband sold the house. I'm gonna maybe include just video celebration. Oh. Also last week on Saturday I went to city center so I could have a lunch with my husband because he was like at work now.
Fun in the hole! Yeah. Whoop. Whoop. Thank you. Forget. And now. The volcano. Fun in the hole! Whoa, yeah! These onions on fire! And now come and join me for a joyride! Choo-choo! Yeah, that's what they're done. Like half.
And we went to this nice Japanese like grill restaurant where they perform in front of you. That was very lovely too. So very cool. Actually, my new sunscreen Originals my husband got for me on the way to like celebration on Friday when we went to this Mediterranean restaurant. And also there was like a shower gel. Maybe I'll show you like in next video or something, because I want to make like maybe April favorites or something. It's still gonna be like probably March favorites kind of still. Need to blend everything in those eyeshadows. So yeah. So you know, I've been thinking that maybe in like 1.5 years I might have to go to Ukraine anyways, because my international passport is getting expired in 2027. So I need it for like documents and everything here, so I might have to. And you need to go like before it expires and stuff. So passport in Ukrainian will be passport actually, and documents will be like document. So you see some words are just very similar. To be fair, I regret I used that dark eye pencil. It looks dark on my eyebrows. Should have used another one. They're a bit too dark in my opinion. I don't like when they're like this. Oh, by the way, dark in Ukrainian will be temny. Or if you want to say more darker, darkest. Well, you know what I mean, it's gonna be like damnation. Of course, it's best to start learning language with like learning alphabet and all the sounds and stuff like that. But I've been thinking, if those videos, if you're gonna like this video, maybe we can do like, I'm gonna pick you can pick actually the thing, the topic, for example, kitchen, and I'm gonna talk about things in kitchen. For example, I don't know, nature, animals, stuff like that, you know, so we can actually learn from, I mean, you. So it can be a proper lesson, you know. I still don't remember how we call those penzliki we call them, because I just remember the Russian word, and I don't want to teach you Russian. Not on my watch. Oh my god, I don't have much space here, and I just dropped my powder, my new powder. I'm very upset. It's quite a bit. I made a mess. But yeah, I guess it happens. Good to be more careful. It's upsetting though. Wait, let me calm down. I don't even want to look there. Maybe I should just clean it up, my mess, because it's just painful to watch. Actually, at that moment when I dropped it, the camera was off. I mean, my phone. So that's why I didn't even capture it, because I had to clean it, because I couldn't look at it. So much powder went out. I'm very upset, I'll be honest. It upsets me. Oh, I put a bit too much powder now on my cheeks, I think. Sometimes it's just, I don't apply enough powder, sometimes it's like too much. The puff for powder is like poof, maybe for powder in Ukrainian. And because I want my makeup to be slightly different from my everyday makeup, so it's not my, you know, extra makeup, it's my everyday. Yeah, I know it's still quite maybe heavy for everyday for some people. I'm gonna add just a little bit of this pencil under eye, but just a little bit, and maybe where my like I don't know how it's called in English, stars, eyeball, you know. And then I'm gonna use highlighter. Highlighter in Ukrainian will be highlighter. It's because obviously it's like from English. I think highlighter became popular only like maybe last 15 years, maybe less, probably. Less than 15, I think. Maybe it was popular with like movie stars and stuff, I don't know, but I think properly popular like with common people, it became probably like 12 years? Yeah. I'd say so, but maybe more. Maybe this is where I started hearing about it more, you know. And also my makeup used to be quite, I would say my makeup used to be in the past very inaccurate, though I still knew how to do certain things. I also didn't like to use much penzliki, but now I feel like it's just making makeup so much more accurate. I think I'm over applying right now highlighter, but I want to apply a bit on my nose, so I have some acne a little bit on the tip, just the tip of my nose. By the way, when you have the acne on the tip of your nose, it means that someone fell in love with. Well, there's a saying, so I don't know, obviously. Oh, I didn't say how we call nose, but that's because, you know, I did in previous video, and I guess I just feel like I want to give you more interesting stuff. So it's gonna be Nice in Ukrainian, the nose. Also the ears, I'm gonna tell you how we call ears, and it's vucha. It sounds very nice, it sounds very harsh. You can also call it like a pet name, and it's gonna be like Vushka. Is that small and tiny like mine? Is that cute? I'm kidding, not if they're cute, but if you want to be like, oh my god, I highlighted my nose so much, like I also want to make a video sometimes, maybe for TikTok or something, where I'm telling how we have animals, the sounds animals make in Ukraine. I mean, you know, because people from all over the world call it differently. Like for example, the cow, it probably very similar to here, it's like moo, but like for example, horse, we usually just I mean, it can be like a ho, but it can also be like, but it's not that what it makes, it's when it walks. And I'm using this lip liner. Lip liner in Ukrainian will be like olivets dla hub. So huby are lips and olivets is pencil, and dla is like for, so literally pencil for lips. Hair is gonna be like волосся. I'm just thinking of things. This thing, I would call it obruch in Ukrainian. Oh, those are serежки. So I do sometimes use a Russian word, if I'm honest, for this, but I just forget. I mean, it's actually, I'm not sure it is. No, it's not. It's just another word, I think. In fact, this one is more similar to Russian. Serежки is more similar. The other word is kulchiki. And I don't think it is. We actually have lots of synonyms and stuff, and lots of things to describe stuff, so it's very, Ukrainian language is very melodic. Sorry, I pronounced this word very melodic. This nude color we would call even like beige or something. I don't know, this is what I would call it. Beige, or maybe nude, yeah, I guess, but it's from English. I have to go through my bag. We went yesterday to the cinema to watch Mickey 17, and I took this with me. So Mickey 17 was alright. By the way, this is Blisk dla hub, which is gloss for lips, basically. Blisk dla hub, again. We didn't mind Mickey 17. There were lots of moments that I seemed a little bit like they took something out of the movie. It needed more explanation. For example, I believe if two bodies share the same soul, they're supposed to think very alike and not be super like different on, you know what I mean? Oh, actually, I'm giving you spoiler, sorry. Actually, this video is basically like a get ready with me. We're going out today with my husband, at least this is what I'm hoping for, and it better be so. He's on holidays, so we can do some things together. Though he's like, oh, I want just to rest in front of computer, but I believe he played like games most of the night. Mascara is going to be touche. Sorry, I don't know why I pronounce it like that, sorry. It's touche. I love it. I forget. You know, everything is mixed up. I used to learn French as well. I kind of speak Polish. I understand Russian. And I mean, yeah, it's complicated. By the way, I've been out with someone who's Spanish, and they told me that the paella I've been eating is not a proper paella. And I'm like, I'm joking about it. That I won't know it proper. Ooh, my makeup is done. I might brush my hair. So my makeup is finished. I can sip my tea. It's actually cold now. I like Earl Grey very much. It's like bergamot and stuff. And I also have a bit of coffee in the morning, to be fair, but I noticed that caffeine does make me more, I don't know, irritable. I'm not sure. Well, you know what I mean, I hope. And easily irritated. It makes me a bit paranoid, but it's like anxiety. I think people who are anxious, they're not supposed to drink caffeine, obviously. So it's like, I don't think it makes me, I don't think it changes how, if I'm angry or not, but if I don't drink as much, if I don't take as much caffeine, I'm more calmer in the way of like, I care a little less, I'm not as paranoid and not anxious. So let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like this video. And I mean, like, really like this video. Don't forget to do that. And let me know if you like this type of videos. Let me know if I should film more stuff like this. Also, I hope we'll be going out today. I'm really excited, and I mean, the weather's much better now and so on. So yeah. Also, in next video, maybe I'll show you my new trousers and stuff like that. But I prefer it to be like, you know, maybe another video, because I'm very excited about things. I have few things like favorites already, and maybe it's gonna be more like already April favorites. I'll see. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.